Commander, unexpected reinforcements have arrived. Not from the Queen, these are volunteers. A group of Kelid barbarians has come, all of them seasoned fighters. They wish to serve under your command. This tribe seems to have bone to pick with the demons. They believe that ravaging Sarkoris made the demons the personal enemy of all people of the north. They are proud that you're human, just like them. They say that as soon as they heard your deeds in Kennebrus and Dresden, they knew they had a true chief, or the true chief had finally arrived. Sure, of course I'll let them join the army. As you command, the recruits will be at your disposal. Great. Steela strides boldly up to you and gives a grim look. Listen, I'm not happy to say this to a friend who crawled through caves with, a friend who took Dresden with me, but you know, I'm not one for beating around the bush, so I'll just say it. The more I see of this power of yours, the less I like it. It reeks of death and evil. I can sense these things. Oh no. Are you accusing me of something? I'm trying to warn you. Even angels can succumb to corruption and temptation, let alone mortals. All of Mendev is behind you right now. All the Crusaders, basically all of Galarian, is counting on you. If this power is leading you down an evil path, it's everyone's problem. It could be even more dangerous than Dascari and Bahamut put together. At least they're familiar foes. But if your own commander, the world's hope, turns to the darkness, that would truly be terrifying. And what are you planning to do? Leave the party? No, I'm not planning to do that. I, of all people, should believe that people can change for the better. But I can't just sit back and say nothing. I'm not going to do anything evil here. I'll just think about what you said. All right. Sorry for springing all this on you. It just doesn't feel right to me. Well, I'm not going to change. Just don't want you to leave the party. Perilictor Ominous Brent. They approach as if in the military formation in lockstep, arranged so that the tallest, a white-haired elf, occupies the central position. Flanked by the other two at the same time, it does seem as though any of the three is the leader. Knights Commander Degaus, we are a representative of the Hell Knights in the no man's land of Worldwound. Perilictor Ominous Brent from the Order of the Gate, Perilictor Lorena Tai from the Order of the Pike, and Perilictor Garen Deoth from the Order of the Pyre. Introducing themselves, all three turn to Regil in unison and give curt nods. Perlin Ominous Brent. The elf, the Perilict Ominous Renth, turns his gaze on you. His voice is dry, and his speech is fastidiously formal. We have come to officially greet the commander of the Fifth Crusade on behalf of the coalition of the Hell Knight Order. The Order have been and remain fundamentally opposed to demons and demon worshippers. We will continue to act in the no man's land of the Worldwound as an allied force to your armies. Cool. The second goal of our mission is to discuss your formal status as a member within the coalition of the Hell Knights. I welcome our honored allies to Dresden. Thank you, Knight Commander, and allow us to congratulate you on a victory in the Battle of Dresden. Any updates on my official status in the ranks of the Hell Knights? Your request has generally generated a number of formal problems. However, all of them were solvable. First, as you were aware, prior to being accepted into the ranks of an order, the candidate must undergo a series of tests, including one-on-one fights with the devil. However, the Order have deemed it appropriate to count your outstanding victories over various demons, in particular over Null Kenneth, as an initiation fight. The second, much more pressing issue is the question of command and subordinate. We cannot pronounce the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade a subordinate of any order without complicating diplomatic relations with Mendev and the Crusade movement as a whole. However, we stand prepared to undertake an unprecedented step to consider you a full Hell Knight who is not subordinate to any lictor or vicarious of the order. Nice. And one last thing, I'm authorized to provide you with a set of Hell Knight armor as a mandate by regulations. Are you willing to participate in joint operations? My armies need support. I want more Hell Knights. This is not possible at the moment in time. The orders are following their own plan. The majority of the forces are deployed far to the west. We are thereby helping you by drawing attention of the demon army. Perilictor Darren's decision to hand over the part of the force for you to command was done on his own initiative. But the other orders and even other chapters of the Order of the Godclaw have their own objections. Is that all you want to say? One more thing. Our chapter, together with the troops led by Paralictor Derange, intend to establish an outpost, or rather a fortification transfer point for our operations. We have found a suitable ruin from the First Crusade, and we have begun making them fit for habitation. When the outpost is ready, you will be entitled as our ally to make use of the facilities for rest and sustenance when you're making forays deep into the Whirlwind. On that, we shall take our leave, Knight Commander. That's kind of cool. Jeez, man. Reading for days. Dirkling the Stranglehold. Hail. Stranglehold salutes you with her bad hand. Amidst the critical shortage of supplies, a number of troops who call themselves the Fellow of the Crusade have set up a black market in the army. They steal everything that's not nailed down, trade medicine for swords, and spell scrolls for tobacco and rations. They know better than to ask for anything from the command, so they take care of themselves. As if someone's not happy with the trade, out comes the knives. I don't know how to deal with it, except for alleviating the shortage of essential supplies. We should press Mendev for more deliveries, and we need to sort out our storage. Build some decent warehouses right now. It's a thief's paradise. An underground market, huh? So bad about that. Let them trade things. Let's authorize it. Then there won't be a black market, just a normal, legit market. If someone is in need of something, we are the ones who must provide it. We should ask the priests of many different gods. They have wealth and influence. Maybe they can help. They're fighting for food and equipment, Wendog smirks. Then let them do it. We'll host fights with everyone who can prove themselves and earn supplies and gear. Let our races go to the best warriors. Who are these fellows of the Crusade? Where'd they come from? Every army has people like them, crafty folk who are willing to survive at all costs. Keep in mind, these are brigands. Otherwise, they wouldn't have enlisted in the Crusade army. They went to free Galorian from demons just as much as anyone else, but their choice of method is indiscriminate, to say the least. Not everyone joins the Crusade of the goodness of their heart. Some are hiding from Mendev's judgment. Some are here for glory. Some are dreaming of treasures and spoils. We've got repentant cutthroats, illegitimate children, adventurers, rogues, all kinds. And each one of them is poor and is used to not being able to rely on those in power. In their experience, everyone who has any sorts of influence is a greedy cheat, and only common folk can be honest. That's why they call themselves the Fellows of the Crusade. They're your fellow soldiers who are trying to make their things fair in their own way, and others follow suit. Whether they really believe them, or they're just doing it as a jest, who knows? Why don't we deal with the root of the problem? We'll purge our ranks of fellow Crusades and put everything back in order. Because they are not the root of the problem. When the army has everything they need, these fellows are just like any other soldiers. But when it's like this, empty warehouses, rotten gear, not enough food to eat, many may be forced off the straight and narrow. These are ordinary soldiers. They're not saints. That's true. But they're not hopeless reprobates either. But when you charge into battle every day, you learn to value your life, and you get used to the idea that you're the only one who is responsible for it. Your command, not your commanders, not your mommy or daddy, and they're not going to appear on the battlefield and give you a potion to save you from curse or die for you if you don't have one in your bag. So they make do. How these people ended up on the council. I'd like to hear about these suggestions in more detail. Wolfchief, what are you suggesting? Fighting under these counter trade goes fighting under the counter trade goes about as well as smacking nettles with a stick. Swing all you like, even pave over it. It'll just grow through the stone. If a soldier's trading, it's because they got it. So let them trade out in the open. We'll build them a market and keep an eye on them and make sure that there's no tussle and that the trade's more or less honest. We'll even be able to make a tidy sum out of it ourselves. This is kind of like a good idea. I kind of like this. Arshul, what is your plan? The Queen has put you at the head of a disciplined army. Are you sure these kinds of liberties won't hurt that discipline and turn them into a mercenary gang? That's a good point. Okay. The churches of many gods support the Crusade's cause. They heal, bless, pray. If we ask them, maybe they will help ease the shortage of provisions and gear. I'm sure that if we build some shrines, the priests won't refuse to help us. The priests are going to help? Give me a break. They're only generous with prayers and good wishes. That's actually a good plan, too. Windog, what do you say? I say that armor and weapons, all of it must go to the best. We'll build a fighting pit and invite any soldier who wants something to compete. The winner walks away with supplies. The loser gets some training and a lesson. It will kill the spirit of the comrades and increase the number of non-combat injuries, which will be another blow of our supply of health potions. I can't approve of this. Okay, what's your suggestion? We need to keep pressing Mendev, double or triple our efforts if we have to, until they finally give proper supply chains up and running. Let the Queen come up with the new tax, or make the aristocrats pay up, or go into debt. That's not our problem. Neversons sent us here to win a war, so let's make them take care of our needs, honestly. At this point, our soldiers don't even have a clean shirt to die in, with some dignity if they fall. Although, I'm familiar with these miseries from the treasury, it's like getting blood from stone. Okay, everything's clear. We need to ask the churches. Okay. Income by 20 and material income by 1. Okay, so this is a warehouse. A warehouse increases finance points by 100 if it is built next to an inn. Material points income by 1 if it is built next to a supply center. Energy points income by 1. If it is built next to a sanctuary, only one warehouse can be built. Okay. These seem pretty strong. Let's do the warehouse. Affirmative. I'll latch onto them and I won't let go until they give us everything we need, and I'll organize for new warehouses to be ready when the supply caravans arrive. Guarded warehouses. Thank you for making the call, Commander. I'll report all further development directly to you. If you run into anything else that requires our attention, I will immediately convene the council. Okay. Oh my god, we're still going. So many strange, terrible things are happening, Markle, a fisherman from the tiny, peaceful village of Chili Creek. I saw enough horrors on my way here to last a lifetime. But of course, I didn't show up empty-handed. The whole village took up collection for the war effort. It's not much, mind you, but it's something. We're just doing our part, however small, to help you win that war effort. How did you get here? By pure luck, I figure. We're surrounded by all these horrors. The land is dead, the trees are all gnarled and twisted, and the monsters roaming around everywhere, ready to jump at you at any moment. Thankfully, I ran into a Crusade patrol, and they brought me here. If it wasn't for them, I would have ended my trip in the teeth of a nasty beast, that's for sure. How are things in the village? Everything's been peaceful and quiet. I get wistful just thinking about it. Now I'm kicking myself for being such a fool. Why didn't I just stay home? What was I thinking? Dragging myself all the way here to the world wound. But you know, it's just not right. Sitting home quietly, hiding behind the heroes who risk their necks every day. So I decided to pay a visit. How's Jernog doing? He's settling in, that's for sure. Almost one of us now. Heals the sick, fixes the nets with the others. Before you know it, he'll be learning how to swim. Fisherman chuckles. Would you like to stay here with us? No, thank you. Hate to say it, but I'm no crusader. Fighting demons is not really my thing. I'll get some rest before I head out. Take a day or two, look around the fortress. It'll give me some time to tell. Then I'll head home to Chili Creek. I've already seen more on this trip than I've seen in a lifetime. Anyways, better come back to see us. We'll be waiting. All right, thanks for coming to visit. Thank you for defending our peace and quiet. The fisherman bows respectfully. We've gathered up something else for our heroes, but I couldn't bring it with me. It was too heavy to carry. Come to our village and you can pick it up yourself. And pay us a visit while you're at it. We're always glad to see you. Well, I'll see you later. Good luck with all the fighting. Crap, is that the area with the thing that I stole? Son of a bitch. That's not good. Okay. There's an interesting trophy among the quarry that Commander captured in the Ivory Sanctum, a clutch of wound-wormed eggs. It's common knowledge that dragons, as a rule, are malicious by their nature, so nobody wants to hang around for the evil critters to be born. Our group of druids is ready to relieve the Crusade of this perilous treasure and take the eggs into their care. In answer to the question on whether the druids would condition the young dragons to be kind creatures that shun violence and do not eat mortals alive, a druid evasively replied that he and his companions should not get in the way of nature. It takes 14 days. Citadel's cook has offered to make a giant omelet such... Oh my god. Mm-mm. Don't have enough resources for this. I kind of want to do this. By upgrading an outpost to a bastion, the commander will expand its territory for building as well as allow the construction of advanced structures. Yeah, let's do that. Hold on a second. Okay. We need... We need 100. Oops. Why? Thank you. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Okay. Back to the Ivory Sanctum we go. Actually, let's drop some stuff off. Oh, this is really good. Doesn't have the constitution, but like its armor is insane. And it looks cool. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to give her is this. Oh, no. She can only carry that. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Just in case things like are just out of reach.
Here we go.
Okay.
I can handle it.
House of Death. One second. Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
Wait. I'm distracted. House of Death. The ziggurat is built. It's probably already waiting inside. Okay. Where is this ziggurat at? Oh, jeez. I was wondering what happened to this thing. Boy, this is an ominous, really ominous part of my city. Probably why Seal is like, what the hell, dude? What's up, bro? Lich surveys the ziggurat with real dignity. Upon seeing you, he inclines his head. Not bad at all, student. It's much more spacious than my private chamber at the Lost Chapel. And yet, you do not expect me to oversee the running of the palace, do you? I'm busy enough as it is. I engage in constant spiritual creation as I transfer your immaterial being. Without my effort, the powers of death will simply snuff you out in the blink of an eye. I shall produce a creature, the Pillar of Skulls, that will see to the more mundane affairs of Lord of the Death. Arrange for everything I need to be delivered. We shall not waste time. While you take care of urgent matters, I can finally return to my engaging conversations with the old elf. Story collector, he promised to divulge the finer details of weaving traditional curses of Tianxia. Is the storyteller a friend of yours? I have no need for friends, but the elf is wise and quite knowledgeable. He is old, which is great riddle in of itself. I've never encountered any long-living of his kind who are like him. So far, he has been useful. I gladly absorb his knowledge in exchange for my stories and worthless rubbish. It is quite a bargain. Okay. I need to talk to the elf again. Are you pleased with the ziggurat? Not bad at all, student. It is much more spacious than my private chamber at the Lost Chapel, and yet you do not expect me to oversee the running of the palace, do you? I'm busy enough as it is. I'm engaged in constant spirit creation as I transform your immaterial being. Without my effort, the power of death will simply snuff you out in the blink of an eye. I shall produce a creature, the Pillar of Skulls, that will see to the more mundane affairs of the Lord of Death. Arrange for everything I need to be delivered. We shall not waste time. While you take care of urgent matters, I can finally return to a more engaging conversation with the old elf, a story collector. He promised to divulge the finer details of a weaving of a tradition called. Okay. What do you think of my leadership? Lich's voice is dry, but not completely devoid of approval. Let's us say that mob of dimwit crusades no longer seems as hopeless as when I was alive. You were the only one strong-willed enough to rally them and compel them to act. Just do not consider it a worthy feat. When you discover immortality, you will understand these toy soldiers mean less than nothing. I want to know more about you. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every crusader knows of them. Life beyond death has been a tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. What exactly would you? Okay. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every crusade knows of them. Life beyond death has been tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. My only occupation here has been observing the crusade retreat, further and further, losing city after city. The day those vacant mortals gave up Dresden, I stopped calling myself a crusader and began to despise them. But now I'm about to discover freedom once more by granting you power and breaking free from the oaths that bound me. You were considered a hero. How did you become undead? I was no hero, but talented fool who struck off to the crusade to entertain his pride. I adored the praise of the murmuring mediocrities. Okay. Mediocrities? Okay. I thought he was talking about people. Weird. How flattered I was when a heap of stone on a mountainside was given into my care. They told us the struggle was important. Such folly. As I sat trapped here, I realized that I have wasted my power, my time, and my talents in the battles. I believe the tales of good and right that must be protected, but even in the kingdom of good, there are those who wield power and those who obey. All those wars are merely an attempt to hold on to power. It matters not whose. Never again shall I wage war for anyone's power but my own. Why'd you take up death magic? While I yet lived, I often thought about how superior were the undead compared to the living. The Crusade army had suffered endless defeat, while an undead army would long ago have driven the demons back in the depths of the world wound. But though the dead would be perfect warriors, they would answer to imperfect living masters. I need a better solution. I studied vampires, but found them to be too ruled by passion and thus utterly unsuitable. And then I considered the Lich. A Lich is the perfect undead being. It can possess fantastic powers, and the mind survives the transformation, and it is eternal. I envisioned an army of crusaders led by immortal liches, and I grew certain of my fate. But the process of becoming a lich takes years. It is dangerous and tiresome. And most importantly, it is only possible for one mortal in a million. Thus, I began to work on a ritual that would allow any mortal to become a lich, all without decades of practicing magic or even wielding any magic power at all. Of course, I had to keep the research a secret, but in the end, I succeeded. And the day the newfound sanctuary fell, I completed the ritual and became what I am today. How exactly will you grant me the power you promised? Becoming a Lich is a complicated process. Most talented mages could not prepare for it if they devoted their entire lifetime to the endeavor. It requires years to train and transform one's spirit, unless you have a brilliant mage on your side. I've invented a ritual that allowed me to prepare you myself. I will alter your mind and soul to prepare them for the new existence. It is a complicated process, so do not expect to awake a master of the undead on the morrow. But by my vow, you will survive the transformation. While I have devoted decades to the ritual, the process will take you merely half a year. What oaths constrain you? Zacharias is clearly displeased with the topic being brought up. When I was foolish and taken with the Crusade sentiment, I made a mistake. I feared that becoming a Lich might change me. I feared I would become a villain. And so I bound myself with a magic oath that prevented me from leaving the Lost Chapel until a worthy Crusader came to return my wand and seek my aid. Once I prepared your soul for the ritual, I shall transform you into a Lich and leave this woeful place. I don't have any more questions. Now you realize who you're dealing with. Do not forget it, for your own sake. Okay, I'm leaving. Go, student. Remember that your mundane concerns as a commander are nothing compared to to our great cause. You would do well to keep your priorities straight. Okay. It's downstairs. Skeleton champions. Cool.
Let's see what we can do.
This is kind of cool little structure.
Here we go.
Okay. Oops. That's downstairs again.
I can handle it.
Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
No, they end me.
Beautiful.
Which one do I have to cast? Oh, dang it. I'm gonna lose materials though. Alright, he'll get his Pillar of Skulls later. I don't want to lose the materials. What's up, Dr. Winter? Alright, back to the
Let's see
Sanctum.
what we can do.
I didn't realize he had a negative level. Should probably
Here we
rest.
go.
As such, the genetic predisposition of an individual for magical abilities is not an overriding factor in the manifestation of said abilities in said individual. Hello? Have you all fallen asleep?
Today, Erebeth looked unusually lively. Her eyes are shining again, which you haven't seen since the battle for the Lost Chapel. Saluting you, she stands at attention. Commander, forgive me for bothering you with a personal matter, but I just wanted to say how grateful I am to you. During the attack on Dresden, I did not exactly cover myself in glory. You had every reason to throw me out of the army or send me to the condemned, yet you supported me. You helped me regain my footing and continue to fight. You will not regret this decision, I swear. I will never again let the Crusaders down. Neither my actions, nor my words, nor by my thoughts. I will be loyal to the Crusade to the end. Hope you will show greater self-possession in the future. Yes, Commander, you were right. I've conquered my inner demons, now I can go back to fighting, the real kind. Cool.
I can handle it.
Oh, I can't do this because... Damn it. I've lost the level, so I probably lost wisdom.
Can't make the demons wait.
Well. Okay. Now we have to make that long trek back. Alright, let's do the army stuff first. More random units. You can sit with these guys for now. I feel like I have like just too many different type of units. Alright, you're gonna stay here because there's nothing to fight up here. Except for this. But I don't know what's in that demon tower. Probably death. Okay. Back to the Ivory Sanctum we go.
Come on, Paladin, let's see how you do against me. I want to see what you're like when you're up against a decent opponent. I want to feel the strength of our hands, to see the fire in your eyes, to see the moment when your rage takes over. It will be a good fight, I promise.
It sounds like you're asking me out on a date.
I mean, she might be. Let's be honest. She might just be. Okay. Yay, we go first. Awesome. Not so awesome. Shit. This might not be good. This might not be doable. Let's see here. We get enough people back. Yes, we can. Awesome. Cool. Yep, we got everyone back. The commander's unit was awestruck at their discovery. A small army of crusaders had taken a rest in the middle of a whirlwind and decided to arrange a tournament. The noble knight, playfully frolicked, however, ended in a bloody massacre to which they were blithely oblivious, as the warriors' eyes were entranced by the queen of the tournament, a magnificent nude succubus who observed the crusades with a gracious smile as they blew off each other's heads. A scarlet gemstone set in the delicate web of finest steel gleamed on her bosom. The fight was brief but very brutal. With deep sorrow, the commander's warriors' eyes eyed the corpse of their brother in arms. They had fallen into a demon trap. Uttered the word of Imedai as an officer ripped the magnificent decoration from the succubus' bosom. Even after death, her cold, beautiful lips wore her smile of contentment. That's messed up. Wow, 34. That's a pretty good number of skellies. Okay. I'm gonna try to take this one. No. Alright. I'll have to get it the next time. Do. Sweet. While exploring Sikorian lands, a group of scouts stumbled upon a hidden settlement of exiles, runaway witches, and sorcerers practicing forbidden rituals. Criminals in their homeland, they did not welcome the commander's soldiers and made it clear they did not want anyone meddling in their affairs. I'm going to inform the Order of the Pyre. Get 7 Hell Knights. We can get 5. 1200 leadership. I mean, I should be levels. I wouldn't mind the 7 Hell Knights. Alright. Upon receiving Regel's report, the Order of the Pyre exterminated the cesspool of the witchcraft. Many dangerous exiles remained in the Whirlwind, and thus the Order has sent their representatives to Dresden. Sweet. I'll take them. And 7 Hell Knights is 7 Hell Knights. Send them down here. Okay. All right. What did this do? Like I spoke to it before, but like now,
I am here all week.
I don't know. All right, back to that stupid fight. That was a nice little respite, though. I'll explore the rest of the temple once I finish this fight, though. We need to do this to get rid of their fatigue. Okay. My God, we're gonna have to fight that whole thing of locusts again. we'll do the fight the way we've been doing it, and then as soon as that happens, we will summon everything we have.